Hello out there, I'm just waiting for YouTube to do its thing. Okay, this looks like it. Do its thing. Okay, test 1, 2, 3. This looks like it. Do its thing. Okay, test 1, 2, 3. This looks like it. Okay, good evening, everyone. This is Spook, and we're back at it with another couple hours of Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to be back in the cauldron we found last week, which I guess is just a big-ass place where they manufacture machines. And, it seems like there might be a huge metaphor for something in all this, and I can't quite put my finger on it. And we're like 12 hours into the game, I think. Well, 10 hours, and then this will take it up to 12. And I'm just kind of scratching my head as to how far I am in this particular game, because it's this whole open world thing, and I'm not completely sure, where that, how long the game is. Or, hey there. Hey, Harry, I was just thinking that, actually, because I had both cases in my hand when I was swapping discs. I'm like, they both have Dawn in the title. Well. So, next week on Saturday we'll be playing Until Horizon. So that'll be nice. Well, today we do Horizon Until Dawn. Okay, jumping, sneaking. I think I remember some of what I'm doing here. Okay, so there's something 118 meters that way. Yeah, it's not quite like Mega Man, who's just jumping in and shooting. Which is why he's sometimes called Jump and Shoot Man. Now I'm Sneaky Lady with a Bow. Which doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Oops. I do have the Mega Man Legacy Collection on here. Maybe I should play that some night. Just sit here and badly work my way through one of the Mega Man titles. Oops. Alright, so ideally I want to be kind of sneaky here, because you may just be 100 meters that way, but I can screw up a trip that short. I kind of wish I could speedrun Mega Man 2, because it's one of my favorites, but I do not fully understand some of the glitches in it, so I haven't been able to do any of that. Plus, I still haven't technically done the requisite beat the game without dying first, and I don't have a particularly good route for it. So I don't see myself doing an actual speedrun of it, but I'll put in the effort to do a kind of quick run. That's a good question. There was one I really liked, but I don't know how to activate it correctly. In Super Mario Brothers 3, if you get a 1-up in just the right way, it will trigger the 1-up music, and then it'll keep playing the next few notes in the buffer, and that can be fairly long until it gets to the next thing that says stop. And I always found that kind of interesting, but I don't fully know how to trigger it. It's always just been this weird mystery in the game. You know, it's like, what's wrong with the audio? Oh, okay, the Mario 3 thing. Sorry, I had this moment of panic where I had to check my mic. Oh. Yeah, it's just a weird audio glitch that comes up, and I don't exactly know how to do it, and it doesn't have any impact on the game. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've seen a number of fixes for older arcade games where this guy, in one example, he fixed the Pac-Man kill screen. You know, he looks into it, goes into an explanation of why it happens, and then it's like, hey, here's a bunch of... You know, here's an assembly patch that would make you able to play the game well past this point. I'm like, well, that's really useful to a very small portion of the audience. I mean, I think there's a similar one in Donkey... Yeah, there's a... But Galaga also has a weird glitch where you can make it so that the enemies stop firing, and this is actually fairly easy to do intentionally, I guess, and I've never done it.
Crawls like a spider and carries a container on its back. I wonder what's inside.
Well, I'm only 52 meters out. In another pretty significant period of time, we might be able to actually do this.
And how much gets past them?
Oh, balls. I mean, I think that 12 years should be the maximum duration on copyrights in general. But that's mostly based on an economics paper that said that creates the greatest economic impact for the creator and the public who would use it. I mean, the Beatles are going to be dead. And soon enough. There's only like 2 left, and they're pretty old. And yet, their estate will continue receiving money for stuff they did ending in like 1969. For... God, right up into 2049? 2039? I forget exactly. But it's absurdly long. I mean, the literal reason we have copyright, I mean, it's supposed to be a trade-off between you get an absolute monopoly on a creative work, and then over time, everyone gets access to it. But with our copyright laws as they are, it's kind of become a parody of itself. Oh, this is not good. I can't seem to run either. Well, remember when, God, I think it was, yeah, when Netflix licensed Michael Jackson's Thriller for a trailer for Stranger Things, it was probably costing them easily multiple millions just for that few minutes of audio.
Low and quiet does it.
And that just blows my mind completely. That also, I gotta say that is pretty showy of Netflix.
I'm already gone.
Just it's like, yeah, we're gonna spend literally millions of dollars on a trailer, just audio for a trailer. I'm like, that's kind of nuts, guys. Oh, turn your head back this way. Dang it. Okay, so he's just gonna come up here and I can silent strike him? Oh, I think that only works with oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah. Oh hell, how am I gonna get up there? Come on, game. Oh! 10 minutes in and I've already... 10 minutes in, I've already fallen to my death. Thanks, gravity. Okay, I think if I just... I feel like I'm playing Hitman badly. Which is usually how I play that game. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, it's why what little code I've put out there, I usually just license in a fairly permissive fashion. You know, depending on what it is. I think the only thing I ever considered doing GPL was a tournament organizer software. Let me just strike this guy. See, I'm not sure how to climb up here. Because obviously I need to get higher, but I don't know the best way to go about that at this moment. I hate these watchers.
I can still get the upper hand.
Oh, I guess I'll just frog blast the vent core. Yeah, I use MIT as well most of the time. I think I just started using it when I did Python stuff, and I saw, well, Python's licensed in this, so I'll just use it. Minimum friction, really. Most of the time I don't care what somebody needs it in. Or, I don't really care what license it is, as long as people can use it fairly freely. Granted, that hasn't been a problem since my stuff is usually something only I seem to care about. So it hasn't been... Nobody's contacted me and said, hey, can I get this in BSD? It's like, well, sure, I guess. I mean, because the most long-term project I had was my podcast downloader, which I eventually discontinued because you had a few services like SoundCloud kind of screwing it all up. I mean, when I started, it was Libsyn fucking everything up, but that was just their availability that did the job. Oh, I can probably get up those crates there. Or just rocky out protrusions. Huzzah, take that. Oops. He has friends. Oh boy, it's shield boy. Nah. God, fuck these guys. Great. Yeah, I think in a lot of broad terms he has things generally right. I mean, there are practical concerns with some things, but it's mostly caused by everyone being dicks. Oh, precisely. Though, in practical terms, I mean, I've been running Linux on my machine forever. I've never looked at the kernel source code. I mean, I wouldn't understand it. I mean, I've never even done a successful recompile either, you know?
Calm, calm.
I mean, everything nowadays is complicated to a point where I don't think anyone could fully understand what they have working on it. E-hoops? Oh. Okay, so I'm back to being nearly 100 meters away, so... Oh. Even better. What do I even do about that thing? He's got a large path, though. Now, maybe I can take advantage of that fact. Oh, I see what he's doing.
Should have brought a cart.
You know, a game needs to come back in some kind of modern form, be it a sequel or, I mean, a remake would be less interesting, but Bite and Kaitos. Man, I enjoyed the shit out of that game. Okay, why precisely can I not jump up here? Fuck's sakes. There we go. Okay, so there's a washer there. Couplet Grotto, this again. No, so Bite and Kaitos was really cool. So JRPG, I think I already covered that, but The combat was all done with a series of cards. And there were essentially two things. Well, your cards had about 3 characteristics that I can really think of. One was they had 1 to 4 numbers on the corners. And when you played them out, if you got pairs... if you got pairs of numbers, or you ran them in a sequence, like a flush, for example, or a straight, you would get a bonus on your attack. Plus, they all had some element associated with them. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do, 5 light element. No! Oh, man, come on. I did all that and just this one jump. Anyway, you also had 6 elements you were working with. It was like fire, water, wind, time, light, and dark. And if you had opposite elements in the same attack, you'd work against yourself, which obviously you don't want to do. But you also had this thing where to get gold during a fight... Come on! These critters, man. I just want to climb up the thing and do whatever I'm doing. I just want to peacefully massacre these things, and... Oh yeah, that might be why they're upset with me. So... You also had a special card called the camera. And if you used that in combat, you would take a photo of a monster, and depending on how rare it was, you'd get bonus money after the fight. And sometimes if a monster was in a dark setting, you'd have to use a light attack to bring it up, so you'd get a better quality photo, and also the inverse if it was a dark setting. So it's kind of a neat little twist on things. But basically they did the one game, and it worked out great. And unfortunately, they did a prequel/sequel. Oh, is that what I needed to do? Okay. Anyway, they did a prequel to follow up, and unfortunately, they completely screwed it up. I will do that. Anyway, the problem is, in the first game, each character you had in your party had their own deck. So, your main character had a deck. It would have certain types of attacks and certain elements in it.
Save these for the trail.
Same with all the other characters, and they would each have a different element that they were good at because certain cards were only available to them. Where they screwed up is in this prequel they did. It made it so you had one deck. You'd have certain cards only available to certain characters. So that was just a complete mess. And it was borderline unplayable. And I'm not surprised that they never went past that after how bad the prequel was. But for example, certain special attacks could only be used after a certain number of cards had been played in an attack round. And as you got better, or I should say as you leveled up, because that is the same thing as getting better, you would be able to play a longer sequence of cards, and as the game progressed, the cards you would get would have more numbers in the corners. So you'd have more things to pick from in the way, increasing your chances of getting bonuses. So, anyway, it was a really cool system. And, I mean, I think... I don't know. I just really would like to see something like that come back. Unfortunately, I could not even tell you who made it. Okay, so is there another one of those thingies to override here? Or maybe... Oh, wait a minute. This is one of those rappelling lines. Or not rappelling, but the thing. Where you do the thing. Oh, and I can climb up that because it's yellow. It's very nice of these obvious villains to set the game up so that I can just... Oh, wait. It's not a bad guy, that's one of the things. Okay. Yeah, zip lines, thank you. I know what words mean, really I do. Alright, so... Are we almost there? No, I guess we are. So, is there a way down here? Oh. Look at that. A context clue. I gotta tell you, this section has kind of changed my outlook on the game. I now have things to look forward to. These just look awesome compared to endlessly being in the wilderness and setting off entirely too many, stampedes. Now I just set up stampedes in smaller areas. Okay, back to sneaking. What do we have here? Upgrade. Okay, well, what is the core exactly?
Wherever these machines are made, could find a way to... This is how machines are made. Over, not of light. There are signals coming from all over the place.
Oh, I gotcha. Yes, getting trampled in small places. It's kind of like a disgusting porno. Okay, that thing can probably kick my ass. Just throwing that out there. I'm hoping it kind of stays under construction and it's not a boss fight. Oh shit, watchers. Not that you ever would, what? Trample in a porno? Okay, so it looks like they're kind of at a distance from each other. Oh. Yes, I'd really rather you didn't. Oh, I think I fought one of these things before, and it did not go well. I had a friend of mine who talked a lot of shit about being able to win fights, but boy, he did not. Certainly didn't come through on that one. What the shit? Great. So apparently I get electrified if I go down there. That's good. What? There we go. Yeah, so he talked a lot of undeserving shit. And he's one of those guys who kept a folding knife. I think the correct term might be gravity knife on him at all time, even when we were in high school, and that could get you in serious fucking trouble. He also had a pair of nunchucks in his backpack, which strikes me as not terribly wise. But now, to be fair, a knife like that is actually pretty cool.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Oh, bugger. Let's make some, Whoops. Oh, I still need fatty meat. Yeah, it's really hard to defend him on any of that. Especially for when he told me one version of a story and then I heard a different version of it later. Yeah, but is your defense high enough for that to do a lot of damage? Okay, well that's not the solution. Wait, discharge pylon. Okay, so what do I do about this force field that goes all zappy? Oh, that's good.
Forget about traveling light.
So fire bellow back. It doesn't seem to have been completed yet. And that's the cauldron core, but how do I even reach it? Because I'm blocked by these fields. Is there something outside of them that I can set off in some way? Oh wait, what was that? Huh. Oh. Okay, can I override? There we go. Well, we've got hostiles. Yikes. Jesus! Oh, for fuck's sakes. So I want to get these watchers out of the way before I take on this big fire-breathing cocksucker. Come on! What with the fire? And there doesn't seem to be anywhere to get a decent vantage point on this thing. Guess I can try this out. Oh. Damn it. How would barricades stack?
This is how machines are made. No light.
You know, it kind of sucks that I started this by killing off watchers, and then just a few spawned in. I know, I feel a little cheated by that, to be honest. Yeah, there's one right there. Also, did not like losing a bunch of my health to the big zappy field. Yeah, see, I'm committed to this animation. That's really kind of shitty. Yeah, there's the other watcher.
Let's get on with it.
Okay, so this thing over here. Oops, first things first. Let's see if I can lock these guys down.
machine's not gonna happen too fast.
For fuck's sakes. Can I not run for some reason? Oh, what? That is not nearly enough damage from a critical hit. Okay, so seriously, fuck watchers. Greetings. Oh, God. This is just absurd. Okay, so even if I get that thing pinned down with an electric trap, a critical hit does very, very little damage. Plus, targeting all the blaze on its back doesn't really seem to do anything with the fire arrows. So I'm kind of at a loss here. Well, yeah, I am. Yeah, its big cargo sack is allegedly the weakness, but, you know, I shoot that and I'm getting nothing. Because basically that whole thing should be vulnerable to attacks. And I can't silent strike these because my animation will take me right into the electric field there. I think this is another... Yeah, I can't go in there at all. This is very frustrating. Oh my god, fuck force fields so much right now.
Gotta put up a fight.
Oops. But yeah, the, oh, it's level 18. No wonder I can't harm it. So... maybe I just can't even do this one? It would be nice if I could at least keep the vantage point, but yeah, I don't think I can actually do damage to this thing. Come on. Yeah, allegedly that cargo tank on its back is supposed to be its weak point. So, I'm at a loss here. Oh, come on. Well, I'm gonna try, but getting around this thing while it's, you know, high on its bullshit is, proving to be a total pain in the ass. Fucking run already. How many times do I have to press the L3 stick before it'll get the point? On with that. Just cross the damn thing. Thank you. Great. For fuck's sakes. Well, it said it was on fire, yeah. But that doesn't mean it's going to explode. Damn it! Oh, got him. See, now it's just bounding past my damn traps. There we go. Oops. Damn it. I'm not even sure if this thing's beatable. Yeah, the supposed weak point is not working. Okay. No, where is, Okay, so it says here Cauldron Sigma is a level 8 quest. Yeah, Bellowback. Hold on.
This is how machines are made.
Fire Bellowback.
Woven of light.
And I'm seeing that it's level 18, which is a little weird for what it tells me is a level 8 quest. So, I don't even know. This is kind of bullshit. Because the whole reason I'm here is because my main quest is too high level. Well, was too high level. I could probably do it now. But, yeah, it says right there, level 8. And this thing is 10 levels above that. This should not be... Oh, and now it's telling me I can't broadcast. So that's pretty great. So I don't even know at this point. I don't even know if I'm live, to be honest with you. Okay, looks like I am.
Machine's quick.
Well, how many is multiple? Because I did that. You know, multiple isn't a number, so I don't even know what should be done, because what I'm told should work from the game itself does not work. I can try that, I guess. I'm less than optimistic about my chances. Let's see, where's, I mean, yeah, that could be it, too. So first... we'll do the thing here. Let me tell you, it'd be nice if it wasn't bringing in a bunch of those complete dickbag watchers. It's like, this fight's bad enough without vermin all over the place. I mean, that could be, but I mean, it's a big green glowing thing. You'd think that wherever you hit it from... Oh well. Anyway, let's try to get the watchers out. Awesome. Just missed that hitbox. Oh, good. Okay, one down. Still the one right there, which I totally fudged myself. Okay, that thing's down. Let's try to zap this fuckhead. Alright. So first I'm going to try regular arrows. Okay, so we seem to be getting a reaction here. And I'm on fire. Oh wait, is the antenna on its back maybe more vulnerable? Is that what's going on? I mean, it still is not doing any appreciable damage. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, this is... Oops. That's right, closer to kill zone.
Follow up.
Come on, trip the damn wire. And I'm out of healing. Well, I mean, yeah, I only have two options, fire and normal arrows, and neither are doing nearly enough. Yeah, they were. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that did a fair bit of health. I guess the answer is normal arrows. So that's kind of not what I would expect. Oh.
Damn, no more.
Oops. Also, I'm pretty impressed with the ability to craft arrows on the run like that. Do I have any more traps on the ground? God. Oh, no, no, no. He doesn't seem as aggressive now. Maybe, maybe there's some hope here. No! Okay, well, I guess normal arrows into the tank on the back is the thing to do. Say, I am not... You know, the intuition here is that the fire arrows would be what you would use on a flammable liquid like that. So it's very counterintuitive. Well, that's the best I've done with those before. Okay, now back to the frickin' things. Oh, here's a cache that's purple. That's probably good. Freeze coil. Well, hold on. How do I modify these things? Oh, there it is. Boy, I know that feeling. Okay, so damage coil. Oh. Oh. Wish I knew what Terror did. Alright, well. Kind of screwed myself on that one. Now that I've lost some modifications due to my own foolishness, this pretty much means I'm going to win this one. Yeah, my phone has, it has picked up some interesting quirks in its time. That's entirely possible.
That machine's not gonna let me tinker with this stuff.
Son of a... A slingshot. Oh, enough with the fire. Into the kill zone.
Down you go.
Come on, come on. Well, that's a lot of fire.
Out of ammo, but not out of ideas.
That he does. Oops. Holy shit. Okay, thank you, Jesus. It's finally dead. Thanks for your patience and some of your ideas there, Harry. Eventually, yeah.
information about different machines. This will help me overwrite them.
Oh, it's finally over. And so I have some overrides, I guess. I notice this place is a little more lit up. And I leveled up. Okay. Oh, Tinker's top tier. That's unfortunate. So that requires disarm traps. So basically I need a total of 6 skill points to be able to use that. Oh. Let's absolutely take that one. That is too silly to actually use. Okay. And we're free. Well then. Eventually it went okay. So this group, Rainbow Retro, wants to do. They're doing a charity marathon, and I'm on their Discord, and I'm trying to think if there's anything interesting I could do for a couple hours. They're trying to get money for the Trevor Project, which I think is a pretty worthwhile cause. But man, I'm like, okay, what could I actually do there that would be interesting to watch? I mean, in terms of retro gaming, I can basically just do what the PS4 has available. Yeah, I'm very much in favor of them. I mean, that is by all rights a pretty decent cause to be raising money for, and I definitely like to do my part. Because there's way too many of my fellow homos who have taken their lives for just ultimately sad and depressing reasons. I'd really rather that not be the case. If I can contribute to that effort, you know.
I'll tuck that away.
Oh, GTQ's running right now, isn't it? Oh man. But yeah, this is gonna be mid-July, like the weekend of the 13th and the 14th. So oh, I just quick saved twice. Good job, me. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like what kind of incentives I could do on stream. Because I was thinking I could do Slay the Spire in the top 3 contributors on one run, would pick mods on the next run. So I'm actually almost relieved to be out here. Not in the Aus. Well, that's kind of a given, yeah.
Can't be too prepared.
I do think that they sometimes ban people for silly reasons, but like the one where the guy was doing the Owen Wilson impressions. Just like that seems a bit excessive. No, I hadn't really said anything about Dragon Quest. I was just talking about, I was talking about Slay the Spire, where the top 3 contributors during one run decide the mods on the next run. Oh, good, good, good. Let's get some of that meat for crafting purposes.
Please don't keep.
Yeah, the only thing I've got going on with Dragon Quest right now is I've got that post-game material I haven't touched. The only problem is they're doing things in like 1 to 2 hour slots, and my better runs don't last that long. So, or they last usually over an hour. So in terms of a charity stream, it's a little difficult to schedule that in a reasonable manner. I think I turn on words. I did turn on some fast mode type options.
Holding it won't scare them off. Need ammo.
There we go. Yeah, I also wonder how entertaining I generally am for something like that. So that's always a problem.
Good for an old remedy.
Alright, so I gotta go a few hundred meters that way. Oh, and this is secret at the gates again, which I'm still not leveled for, am I? Oh, it's only level 12. I think I'm 13 now? Yeah. Alright, let's have a look at this map. If I head to this campfire, I can check out this corruption zone. Where's my... Do I not have a fast travel button this time? I thought I had plenty of those. Man, okay.
Need them soon enough.
Okay, so that is the path. Let's just run past these jerks. Oh.
Grazers. Can override them if I don't spook them.
I mean, I suppose overriding is an option. Oh! Oh, he's going nuts. Awesome! You get him! Awesome, my mount is a little psycho. Wow, I converted that thing and he went absolutely bug nutty and killed every other robot he saw. This is my new favorite mount. Press 6 to override. You know, I can only think of one system that's actually used numbers for their buttons. Oh, so this thing is just not even a mount. It's just a killing machine I've taken over. But yeah, the one system I saw that used numbers on its buttons. I mean, there's probably others, but it was the TurboGrafx 16. It had the 1 and the 2 button.
No space.
It had a controller that looked pretty much like a Nintendo one. But with, you know, enough changes to make it A, not as good, and B, not patent infringing. Yeah, it was an interesting evolution at the time. It's like all of a sudden there's 3 times as many buttons, but it didn't feel overwhelming, which is kind of nice. Well, I remember when it first came out, it was they had the buttons that were the just two shades of purple. One was kind of a light pinkish purple, and the other was darker. And then at some point they changed to the 4-color ones that were familiar from Japan. It was red, green, blue, and then yellow, I think. So the primaries plus yellow. Yeah, essentially, the way things work. Well, it's not who you ask. It's really just a question of are you working with light or are you working with pigment? If it's pigment, it's red, yellow, blue. If it's light, it's red, green, blue. And of course, that changes once you start printing things. Then you get into CMYK, and you know that's its own. That carries its own problems as well. I do agree, color is kind of fucked. Oh, okay. I figured you of all people would know, but...
This'll help.
One thing I've tried to put into consideration when doing any sort of... well, why do chemicals act like they do? You know, I always thought that was super weird. Beautiful colors for the sunset. Not gonna lie. Kind of attracted to this. But like chemicals, you know, I understand like how they bond, but how they behave changes so radically. I don't even understand how anyone can work this sort of thing out. Like, you know, you have sodium, which explodes on contact with air, and chlorine, which is pretty much a poison. Mix them and you get table salt. I do not understand any of this. And I feel like something was really lacking in my high school chemistry class.
It'd be fascinating if you're not looking for me.
Oh, shit. It's like if deer were bigger assholes, they'd be this thing. That's right, I'm out of those. Oh, wild. I guess I was knocking armor plates off. Oh, blaze. Oops. Is he still looking my way? I mean, he probably is. Yeah. Well, like, there's a portion of the periodic table where it's like, okay, these ones will all have these valence electrons, you know, everything in this column, so that's fine. And the noble gases all have zero valence, so they won't bond with anything. And then the big section in the middle, they all have completely different ones. And I don't really remember just how that worked. I mean, this is all stuff I barely remember from, like, high school, maybe middle school. So, everything I'm saying can be hilariously wrong. Ow!
Can't carry more.
So is it it binds with things and that's what causes the reaction that makes it go wacky? Okay, so where's this? There's the corruption zone. Totally missed the rabbit. Good job. Oh, yep. I see some corruption here. I think I can't even override these things. And I'm completely out of... yeah, I can't craft those. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said valence electrons. It's the electrons in the outer shell that don't complete the shell on that level. So when you have certain elements that come together because if they shared electrons, it would allow them to create more or less a complete shell, and that's kind of the building block of a molecule, I think. I mean, assuming I'm dumb and wrong on this is probably safest. It's like maybe I could go to the Barnes & Noble and find a copy of Chemistry for complete bumbling morons, and that would help me.
Smoke. Time to clear them out.
Yeah. Okay, so these guys are working with specific patrol routes. Actually, you know what? Let's take a moment to analyze them.
More than equipped to take you on.
Well, that only looked like a good idea. Oh, there we go. Yes, explosives. Okay, these guys... Oh, hello. Oh, I've already cleared it. Oh, that's not so bad. That's not nearly as difficult as I was expecting. Yeah, I mean, it seems like...
This poison seems almost to eat away at metal. Maybe that's what
I mean, it seems like it's a lot of math and then knowing things. I don't know, that's probably the worst misunderstanding I could have of it. Amen to that.
Just go about your business.
Okay, let's try to turn some of these guys and let them go wild on their buddies. I really like how the override animation looks kind of like branding. I may have said that already, but I think that's a kind of a cool design choice. I just want to point this out. We have 2 locations that do not have Mother in the name. I'm going to say I'm impressed, guys. That is certainly a first. Broadhead. Oh, these... Oh, excuse me. That was like a hiccup belch. Well, you know what? I can just, Come on, you bugger. There we go. Oh. God, I hate Watchers so much. Chips. Have I even encountered these before? Okay, I probably have. And he's... Oh! Explosion. Oh, good. More watchers. Oh! Oh, he was already dead.
This won't go quietly.
Ouch. Oh, I know Persona, yeah. I'm quite a fan. Persona 3 FES was the first game I bought for my PS2. Arsène Lupin, yeah, is a French thief. One of the characters in Persona 5 uses Arsène as a persona they can summon.
I need a little help over here, please.
Oh dear.
This is more than I can handle. Help! Help! I can't get it.
Arsène. Arsène of Arsenal? Is that what you're getting to? Neat. Well, you know, the thing about Arsenal is they always try to walk it in.
They saw me. This is it.
Wenger.
Gone.
Oh, God. Was it was it a character from Persona summoning a soccer player? Because that would be kind of great. Awesome.
Grab this now.
Boy, these guys all want a piece of me. Let's see here. Ah, hell. I'm just gonna run for it.
I know how to override a sawtooth. If I can get in close.
Yikes! So I see we have boss monster degradation here. It's like, hey, this thing was once a boss, now it's a common mob. Granted, it's still gonna fuck me right up. Oh, and I'm swimming. Damn it. Okay, these pricks are just... Okay, that was not an ideal encounter by any stretch of the imagination, and now I'm getting pulled downstream. Oh, that's just more... Oops. More of these jerks. So if the cauldrons are manufacturing all of these robots, then what happens if I destroy all the cauldrons? I'm not clear on that. That's got to be quite a sight.
For later.
Alright. Well, I gotta DM you something too, so... Okay. So there's the corruption zone. I think... Or wait, no, this is... Yeah, to level 20. Oh wow, I'm going very much the wrong way. Let's get to this camp instead. Okay. And I think this is a merchant. Hooray! Now, where's, Oh, that looks, Oh, I need a Shell Walker heart. Damn. Oh, wait. Silent Hunter Heavy. That's, Is that what I'm using right now? Okay, well. Well, at least now I can make more of these. I had a coat for many years, and in the last 5 or 6 years of my using it, the zipper became problematic, which really sucked in the winter. And I eventually just gave in, and one year my dad's like, so what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I need a coat that I can still zip up. Because it got to the point where I was wearing a sweatshirt underneath my proper jacket. And I just kind of realized this... I need to just admit that this is not working anymore. Okay, 2 teeth. Oh, that's... Never mind, that's a ways up there. Man, I'm right on top of a level, and oh,
It's in shambles.
yeah, I see a lot of corrupted critters here. This looks like a bit of a challenge.
Here they come. Corrupted washers.
Yes, I can see that. Boy, in-game... Oh, shit. Narration from in-game protagonists is really weird to me sometimes. I guess I'm just so used to your silent protagonist. Oh, this is bad. Alright. Couple more to go.
Here we go again.
Come on, I was around a corner. How did he even see me? Alright, where's that last one? Let's wrap this up. Oops. Oop.
Okay, they're heading back.
Oh, so he's going to come right around here. I should be able to just silent strike him out. Oh, wow, I'm out of healing anything. Yeah, the YouTube app, no matter what capacity you're using it in, is not great. And lately it's always bothering me to upgrade. And on some level I think I should. But I have this constant fear that the upgrade will be worse somehow.
I've done what I can to cleanse this valley.
There we go.
Time to see if the Karja Fort will let me pass over the mountains.
So 407 meters back that way. We're just going to hit this camp right here. Actually, meters might not even be correct. It's probably just arbitrary distance units. Okay, is this... That's not healing, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, never mind. It was another thing. Basically, I see red petals, and I assume it's good. Okay. Yeah, broadhead. Well, I'm not going to mess with that thing right now. I have a feeling that'll just end in tears. So, anyway. Well, thanks for watching and for your patience while I struggled with a fellow back. It was just being an absolute obnoxious prick. And, I should be back next week. Oops. Oh, no. Bloody thing. And, yeah, should be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, because I'm probably going to get back from this interview pretty late. I mean, I'll just come on and stream, you know? But it'll be later than expected, and I still haven't had real contact with the Blitzy to say, hey, I'm going to be hilariously late for Borderlands, so I don't even know if I'll do Borderlands. So I'm just kind of rambling at this point. If you had a good time, please leave a like, and if you're coming in and viewing this in the archives, you know, say hi in the comments. And on that happy note, I'm out. Thank you and goodbye.